Welcome, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for this read. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it and get started. We'll see what the cards have to say today. So this is going to be a general read, so it might resonate with you. It might not. That's okay, guys. You're going to know if this message is meant for you because it's just going to feel right. It's going to fit your situation. Also, we do have tarot tokens. We're going to draw one at the end of this read. It's kind of going to be like our energy card. Oof. So I do see somebody has been keeping secrets. I feel like over a period of time, somebody's been like patient, hoping somebody would come forward and tell them the truth. Appreciation. Somebody's getting like money. Somebody's getting money. This is going to tie into where it's coming from. Why are they being given money? As you know, it's something they shouldn't be doing. It's something that's not sitting well with whoever is involved in their life. I feel like if somebody is single, if somebody is living on their own, I don't feel like it's the most particularly honest way of earning money, or maybe, I don't know, maybe moral way. But it's like, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but because they have somebody in their life who sort of expects certain things out of them, it's like it's inappropriate. That's what I feel. Inappropriate. It's almost like cheating in a sense. I feel that in this community card. Someone who they were getting money from has formed an attachment to them. I do feel like this is probably how all of this comes to light, because I have this sense of like, where is the money coming from? What are you doing? Sort of like, what are these apps doing on your phone, or what is this all about? What was this message for? And like somebody not telling the truth, or somebody coming up with excuses. And it's like, okay, well, maybe they'll tell me in the future if I'm just patient. Maybe this person will come forward and trust me enough and tell me sort of what's going on, because I do care about them. I'm invested. I'm hoping they care enough about me too, to be honest. But it's like, whatever this attachment is that they've accidentally formed because of what they're doing, that's actually how all of this comes out. It's like preying on somebody's desires. Preying on somebody's desires. I feel like this, I get like a sexual vibe from this. But this isn't like, I don't feel physical contact. I feel like distance. And this is why this person felt like it was okay to be doing this, even though they had a partner, because they weren't actually touching anybody. Nobody was actually touching them. But this is some very revealing, intimate things that, again, their partner is going to have problems with. I can already feel that here. And it does have to do with something online. The way that they present themselves. So they do have a home life. They have a home life with somebody. I don't know if they got kids involved. They have been building a life with somebody, this person who's been patient with them. And meanwhile, they're doing like this magician in the mirror thing. This online shit, earning money. It does have to do with showing their body off, perhaps doing certain things on camera, and people sort of like paying to watch. Paying to watch, paying to talk to them, paying to feel like they have a relationship with this person. And they definitely came across somebody who was unstable. Unstable. I feel like that person won't leave them alone. They keep contacting them in different ways. They're like trying to block this person. This person just finds a new avenue of getting a hold of them. Like I said, this person was very unstable. And it's like, whatever this thing that they were doing online, getting sort of intimate, showing themselves in a certain way, I do feel like it's almost like Russian roulette. Like at some point there was a really good chance they were going to run into someone like this. Like they were playing with fire. As I see, playing with fire. It was for money. It was for financial gain. I do feel like they made some good coin off of it, enough that they thought it was a fruitful enterprise to sort of keep doing. See, our thinking man's the one who's having trouble with it, though. This is the partner. This is the partner. And this partner is just like, I don't know if I can deal with this. I don't know if I can deal with this truth when it comes forward. He's going to have problems with that. And that third eye chakra. We're going to grab some of the Rider White cards. Just to clarify, I want to know more about what's going on, more about who this attachment is, and how all of this plays out. The Fool card. You know, I feel like whatever this person is doing, because it's, like I said, playing with fire, it's very foolish. They're playing with emotions and passions of strangers. You don't know what people are capable of. This is why it was a matter of time before they ran into a situation like this. I feel like people get upset with them quite often. It's like realizing that whatever they're doing is a game to them. They're not emotionally invested. They don't actually desire the other person. Like, it's just to get money. I do feel like people have been hostile to them in the past. Through this, they've just sort of like blocked them and they've moved on and kept doing it. I do feel like they're trying to manifest wealth in their life. This person, though, it's like, instead of choosing a career, instead of choosing some sort of education or whatever, they're just sort of like relying on what's easy. And this is sort of what's easy. It's like using their body to manipulate others. The Emperor. You know, and that's where it sits. This Emperor, I get the nastiest vibe from this Emperor. This is this attachment. This is this person who won't leave them alone. This person's unstable. This person is possibly violent. This person's dangerous. This is not somebody you want to antagonize. This is not somebody you want to have contact with in any way. And she brought this person into not just her life, but the life of her partner too, right? Because they're living together, they're building a home together. This person realized that they were just being duped for money, that there was no emotional connection there was no desire to have a relationship, that to her it was kind of just like a cut and run kind of thing, that it was like lies. What she was presenting was lies, just to be able to attain money. She is this Queen of Swords in reverse. Swords can represent this air sign. So we're looking at a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, possibly. A King of Cups. This is just this person's emotional side. This is just her playing with this person's emotions. I don't feel like it's speaking to a zodiac sign. Yeah, and it was completely out of greed. It took him a while to realize that. I believe that this Emperor actually told her on occasions, I love you, I would like to marry you, I would like to build a life with you. And she kind of like laughed it off, played along, and kept doing what she was doing until he was like, hey, what the fuck is the deal? Like, are we going to meet? Are we going to, move in together? Are we going to get together? Until she kind of had to... See, and I don't even feel like she had the nuts to tell him what was up. I feel like she kind of like played it off or like ghosted him, which made him angrier and angrier and angrier. She found somebody pretty dangerous here, the Hierophant. Meanwhile, I do believe that whoever she's in a relationship with, I feel like these traditional values, I don't know if they're married or this thinking man would like to marry her. It's like he wants to build a life with her. He wants to have this deep emotional connection. She's got these lies going on behind the scene as to where all the money's coming from. She's like juggling two lives. She's like a juggling act. She's juggling her relationship with this thinking man. And then she's juggling the shit that she does on the side. And this Emperor is like the thing that's going to make it bleed over. I feel like she had a fairly good separation of kind of what was going on without this thinking man finding out. But now it's like, this Emperor won't leave her alone. This Emperor is sending messages. This Emperor is blowing up her phone to the point where she can't freaking hide this shit anymore. I feel the distinct impression of like fear. Not just like fear of the thinking man finding out. This is like fear of the Emperor finding out who she actually is and finding out where she is. Like, he's actually scaring her now. And it does threaten to put this future, this fruitful partnership that this thinking man would like to have with her, in jeopardy. I don't know if this Emperor has found out about this thinking man yet. I'm gonna grab a few more here. But she is scared. I feel like she's trying to leave this guy in the dust. She's trying to ghost this guy, and this guy just won't leave. He's like obsessed with her now. She's tried to block him on lots of different levels too. He just keeps finding her. I don't know if he makes like spoof accounts and pretends to be somebody new. And because this is kind of what she does, she'll like accept whoever this is and start to run the game again. And then he's like, hey, fuck, guess what? It's still me, right? And just keeps like showing up and scaring the shit out of her. Like just haranguing her. I feel like she feels absolutely overwhelmed. She feels afraid. Like actually afraid for her safety. This person won't take no for an answer. It's called attention to what she's doing because her mood has shifted. Because she feels unnerved. So this thinking man's like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, now you got to sit down and tell me what's going on. She feels completely overwhelmed, overburdened by this aggressive figure who's sort of like chasing her down. Chasing her down. You know, I do feel like this is going to be the trigger for the thinking man to find things out. Not only has he noticed that something's up, something's different, she's been secretive about where her money comes from. I think her fear is actually going to drive her to tell him what's going on. I don't think it's going to end well. I think it's going to change the way he looks at her. She's not going to look like this empress anymore. I feel like he's going to think it's dirty. He's going to think it's dirty what she's been up to. These lies and this deceit. Yeah. I think he's going to have a choice to make. Is he going to stick around for this? Is this somebody he wants to build a life with? He didn't sign on for this. This was not how she presented herself either. I just keep getting pulled back to like this emperor and his anger, sort of bringing everything forward. King of Swords. And he knows something's up. The thinking man, obviously he knows something's up, something with her behavior. He's tried to confront her and she's like, no, everything's fine. That's where patience comes in. Because he's like, she'll tell me, I just need to be patient. I need to see what's going on. Because he has deep feelings for her. And I do feel like she is actually going to spill the beans because she's afraid. It is coming out of fear. Yeah, there's the Ace of Swords. She is going to tell the truth. She's going to say what she's been doing, that there's been sort of like this other, I don't know if I want to call it third party, because I don't think it's just like one. I think there's like multiple people she's been doing this with, and it's been carrying on for quite a while. And it's for money. She targets people who she thinks have money, like this King of Pentacles, someone who has something to give her, and that she kind of fucking stepped in the shit, and she's feeling scared, she's feeling trapped, she can't get away from this person. Like this Chariot card, like she's trying to move away from this. She's trying to block this person. I feel like she's actually thinking about stopping doing this too. With these two in reverse, this is almost like I'm going to give up this way of doing things. Because this is dangerous. Now I'm scared. In this Knight of Swords, I do feel this King of Swords energy. I feel a lot of anger. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you go for this sort of line of doing things? Why wouldn't you just tell me right from the get-go? You know, why don't you put in hard work for something else? I feel a lot of anger in that Knight of Swords for being lied to. And for this behavior, this doesn't jive with this thinking man's values. It doesn't jive with what he wants in a partner. And now he's going to be thinking about sort of like retracting his offer of a relationship, of a connection. He's starting to think about moving on. You know, I don't know if he is moving on though. We're going to grab a few more cards here. Having that Death card in reverse tells me that the door isn't completely closed here. Having this secret come out. This way to clear the air. I have this distinct impression that she's looking for a change now. This has like scared her into possibly changing. It doesn't always happen with people. Sometimes people just keep using whatever. I actually have the vibe that she's like, fuck, I probably shouldn't do this. I probably should have seen this coming. This was kind of an inevitable consequence of what I've been doing. And it's like, it's time to do something different. It's time to change. It's time to leave this in the past. Financially, she definitely depends on it. So it would change her world to not do it. And she makes good money doing it too. I know that from the cards. She makes very good money doing it. So being able to sort of set this aside, to do something different, to walk away from it. Financially, it's going to hurt her. Justice. Oh, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. When this thinking man finds out about this, there's an ultimatum. That's why I got that. It's not entirely done. But it was kind of like, which way is she going to go? This is why she's considering stopping it too. It's not only the fear of sort of getting in deeper than she realized. This thinking man is actually going to give her an ultimatum. He's going to be like, either you stop this and you start a new life, or I'm out of here. And that's why we had the Four of Wands up right here. It was like choosing. Do you want to build a future, or do you want to keep doing the crazy shit that you've been doing? She's going to have to make a choice. That's why we have the Two of Swords too. Just like that indecision. There's conflict here. There is conflict. Is she going to give up the money? Is she going to give up the money? You know, I also feel like he said, like, I can look after you. I can help to make this right. Why didn't you see that to begin with? Why would you think that this is like your only option? It's like this thing that you've been doing is the Devil card. It's a destructive force in your life. It's a destructive force in my life. It's a destructive force in our relationship. And I don't want to live with it. There's communication. Like, they're going to be talking about this. Can we heal this? Can we mend this? Can we start fresh? Can we do something different? I feel his energy in this King of Wands, this thinking man. I feel a lot of strength of character. Whoever this thinking man is, this person's a good catch. This person's a pretty solid dude. I feel like he's definitely someone who can be counted on in a pinch when things get rough. If he says, you know, he's going to do something, he's going to do it. I feel like he's got that integrity. So like if he says, you step away from this and we'll be able to make it work financially, this is not okay, and she agrees to that, he's going to help make it work. He's going to help make it be okay. So, yeah, we got a lot of these cards in reverse. She is weighing options. She's like, am I thinking about money? Am I thinking about love? What do I want my legacy to look like? What do I want my life to look like going forward? What am I willing to give up? She's having to mull this over. I'm kind of blown away that she's mulling it over, and she's got somebody that solid, you know, waiting on her, and she's considering letting it go just for that financial gain. And it's like a financial gain that puts her in kind of a scary place and dealing with scary people too. She's like scrutinizing everything, scrutinizing her past, scrutinizing sort of what means the most to her, what's going to get her what she wants. That Tower card's still in reverse. It has not come into play yet. A new beginning. This Temperance angel, or the Judgment angel, I feel protection coming from this. Whatever's going on with this dude, he will not find her. This Emperor will not find her physical address. He will not get in touch with her, like harm her in anywhere. He's going to be a nuisance. He's going to be a nuisance. I feel in this angel, she is actually protected, and this person will not catch up with her in real life. I got the Ace of Cups upright. You know, this is like recognizing that you make your own future. What kind of a future do you want? And we have the Six of Cups. I feel like she wants a life. At the end of the day, even though she enjoys this money, I have this distinct impression from the cards that she does want sort of like settling down and that kind of a life, especially in that Six of Cups, and recognizing that she can't have that family life if she keeps doing what she's doing. I feel like this is going to be the defining factor for her in making her choice with this thinking man, with this King of Wands. This is sort of going to be the thing that sets it in her mind, is to sort of, am I going to step away from money to be able to attain that? We have our tarot token here, and we have Chariot. And the Chariot is perseverance. It's moving on, it's moving forward, it's moving in a positive way. This Chariot coin tells me that at the end of the day, she's going to leave this dirty, crazy shit behind, and she is going to choose her King of Wands. She is going to choose a more traditional life. She is going to sort of, I don't know if I want to say clean up her act, but she's going to quit doing this crazy shit that puts her in a bad spot. I also feel she's protected, so this Emperor will not get a hold of her. And I feel like this King of Wands, this thinking man, is a solid ass guy. And if she makes these changes, I feel like he's going to stick with her. I do feel like they have potential to build together. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. Thank you very much for watching. And feel free to hit that like, that subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Take care.